What's up, everyone? We're back for the next part of this video. So I'm gonna start off with these box sets. I'll start with this. I got this very recently, um, as in like maybe a week or two ago. This is the Mel Brooks collection. It has, let's see, it has all these films. The 12 Chairs I have not seen. Blazing Saddles I've seen. I like it. Young Frankenstein, which is my favorite from the bunch. Silent Movie, which was okay. High Anxiety, which I really liked. History of the World Part 1, which I like as well. To Be or Not to Be, I've not seen. Spaceballs, which is okay. And Robin Hood Men in Tights, which is also okay. Pretty great collection. It's like a definitive collection of Mel Brooks, really all you could ask for in this set. So that's good. This is a Saved by the Bell complete collection DVD. I wish they had a Blu-ray series for this. I would have gotten it. I want to get rid of this and get like a Blu-ray one. I actually want to get rid of this for the complete Saved by the Bell collection with the movies and the college years. They have that one as well. I also like the college years show as well, even though it got canceled really early. So there's that. Community season 1 on DVD. This was before I started my Blu-ray collection. This is a good show, so maybe being that I have this one, I'll trade it in and maybe get the box set if I find it cheap, because I like that show. Some albums I didn't really know where to put, so that's the signed Taylor Swift CD, Folklore. Haim, a band that I really enjoy. I like playing some of their songs on guitar, and then two other different covers of Folklore. As you can tell, I'm a big Taylor Swift fan. Alright, let's get right into the Blu-rays. So, starting with this Slumber Party Massacre, which is a nice steelbook, a pretty good 80s horror film, and the steelbook is quite nice, so I was happy when this came out, so I could just pick it up. Anniversary edition of 16 Candles, which I saw recently, a rewatch recently. Pretty nice release, great film. Molly Ringwald was like an 80s teen icon. She's in a lot of the stuff during that time. And then we've got The Sixth Sense. No collection is really complete without M. Night Shyamalan's most popular film. It is a good film. I mean, everyone knows the twist and all that now, but it's still a good film. I rewatched it the other day and I thought it was pretty great. When you rewatch it, you pick up on other things that you didn't see the first time, which is always good with the rewatch. Sleeping Beauty, the animated version, on a steelbook, and this is also in the running for best steelbook that I've got. I really, really like this cover, even though this isn't one of my favorite Disney adaptations. Sleeping Beauty, not really based on the Disney. This is like more like a erotic, a little weird film with Emily Browning. I love Emily Browning, that's why I got it. And this came from the UK, as you can tell by the packaging. Pretty bizarre film, but I really love Emily Browning. Earlier in my collection, you saw that I have Sleepy Hollow in like a 4-pack, and then this steelbook actually came out probably last year, and it's a wonderful looking steelbook. This is my favorite Tim Burton film. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I watch it every October, and I will definitely watch it this year as well. Love this film. One that I bought recently and rewatched recently actually is Smoking Aces. Really great film. I like the plot. I like the various storylines. The action delivers. I like that kind of twist ending as well. Nice score as well in this Smoking Aces. There's a sequel which I have not watched, but I might feel inclined to do so. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Pretty good. Not actually. This Disney film isn't one of my favorites. I feel like even though it's short, when I watch it, it feels long. Feels like things don't happen quick enough. But this is a really nice release of it, and I have a lot of the animated classic Disneys anyway. So why not have that? David Fincher with his weird packaging. This is the Social Network. Let me see if I could pop it out. Yeah, the Social Network Blu-ray. Let me talk about Social Network while I put it back in. I love this film. I think it's amazing writing from Aaron Sorkin as usual, and David Fincher's just like a remarkable filmmaker, and this was one of the best of that decade. Very rewatchable, the great acting. Social Network is an amazing film. I love that film. I think that's the year King's Speech won like Best Picture, and it should have been Social Network. Somewhere, another great Sofia Coppola film. Like I said, she can't do any wrong. This one has a young Elle Fanning in it, but it's a great film. A Terrence Malick film. I gotta get rid of this plastic and just do that real quick. Song to Song. Great film by Terrence Malick. It kind of follows that type of free form formula, really artsy way of filming, like that was established in Tree of Life, and I really love this film. I think it's great. I love the cast. I mean, it has two of my favorites right there, Rooney Mara and Ryan Gosling, and Michael Fassbender as well. So that's a great film. A lot of people won't like the style of it, but it's fine with me. Species, picked this up pretty cheap. Pretty good sci-fi horror from the 90s. The sequels don't live up. This is like the only one you really need. The Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy. Of course, we need to have this in our collections. 4-disc. I don't even know what the last disc is, but I've not really gone through this set. However, all three are good. 1 and 2 are great. 3 is pretty good as well. I know a lot of people have problems with 3 and how they crammed like multiple villains in there, but I thought it was perfectly fine. I was kind of upset when they weren't continuing with this, but it's fine because we got Spider-Man Homecoming right here with what's his name? What's his name? Is it Tom Holland? I think. Not Andrew Garfield. The Tom Holland MCU films. Those are pretty good. I have no issues with those. Homecoming was pretty good, and then this is I don't really like the steelbook though. I don't know. It feels weird. And then a better steelbook is Far From Home. And this was also a better film. I feel like this film just what they did with Jake Gyllenhaal and Mysterio was pretty good. That's a good film. I don't own the Amazing Spider-Man films. I don't like those. Spring. This was one of my first blind buys, and it is amazing. This is something I watch every October as well. It's like a love story, like a monster love story that's like surprising. So well done. Amazing film. Like if you have not seen this film, watch it. This is by the directors of The Endless. I don't really know their names, but they also made that film. And this Spring is one of the best horror films, like modern day. Spring Breakers. I hated this film when I first saw it. Upon rewatch, I like the style a little more. Harmony Korine is a divisive director, let's just say the least. But Spring Breakers is better on the second watch, I think. Star Trek. Not a huge fan of the original Star Trek films and such, but what J.J. Abrams reboot was pretty good. This is a good film, rewatchable, nice steelbook. Into Darkness, the second one. A lot of people had problems with this one, but I enjoyed Benedict Cumberbatch in this film. I was completely fine with that one. Beyond, I think, was the weakest of all three. I remember watching this in theaters and falling asleep, and then on a rewatch, I also lost interest. But this has the best steelbook. I mean, this steelbook is up there in my collection. Wonderful looking. Now we're gonna get into the Star Wars films. I am a huge fan of Star Wars, so I have a lot. I have everything. I think not like the animated stuff, but the Phantom Menace, amazing looking steelbook with Darth Maul. It's an okay film. It has good elements that I'll do an apology for. I like it. Probably the weakest for me is Attack of the Clones. This could have been a better film, but overall, I can watch it. I can enjoy it. But the best of that prequel trilogy is, for me, without a doubt, Revenge of the Sith. This should have had a better steelbook cover. But really great film. You get to explore Anakin turning into Darth Vader, which was really cool. I like that. I like this film quite a bit. Star Wars A New Hope, a classic. Great film. Feel-good film. It's just a classic. Really great film, that one. And then a lot of people's favorites is The Empire Strikes Back. I love The Empire Strikes Back. I think it's an amazing film. However, my favorite is the next one, which is Return of the Jedi. I love this film. I don't know what it is, but this film for me is just absolutely perfect. Love that one. The Force Awakens. I absolutely love this film as well. People had problems with it. Said it was like a redo of A New Hope or whatever. I had no problems with it. Loved it. Love Rey, Kylo Ren. the new generation. It's great. And then I also picked up, I double dipped on this one on the release day. I got the Force Awakens Target. I don't even want to call it a digibook. I'm not sure what it is. It's like so thin. I hate these releases. I think they're flimsy. So like I stopped doing it after one. I was like, I don't want to collect the Target ones as well. But the cover is nice. That's one plus. Sometimes you gotta double dip. Rogue One, a Star Wars story. I only saw this once, and I was really I was falling asleep during this, but I got a gist of the plot. Pretty good film. Not great. A little bleak, but the Darth Vader scene close to the end is fantastic. Solo, a Star Wars story. This is not really in order. I don't know. But Solo's good. I like it. I was reserved when it was Ron Howard directing. I was like, he's probably gonna mess it up, but I thought it was fine. The actor who played young Han Solo was okay in this. I like Donald Glover as Lando, so that was good. A lot of people don't like this film. First of all, I love the steelbook. Very nice cover, very nice back. I had no problems with it. I think Rian Johnson did what he could. Some moves are questionable. I didn't care. I love this film. Rise of Skywalker, probably the best steelbook of all of them. Look at that cover, amazing. I saw this the first time, was a little disappointed. Watched it again, felt better about it, and then watched it again and felt even a little better about it. So I've seen it a few times, and yeah, it's things could have been better, but it's fine. I thought it was fine. Absolutely hilarious film. Step Brothers, Will Ferrell, John C. Reilly in their best role together. This is an amazing film. It's so funny, so quotable. Everybody knows Step Brothers. Got this one real cheap one time when I was at work. Stoker, pretty good film. I'm a big fan of Mia Wasikowska. A little twisted in this film. A pretty good biopic of NWA. I like a little bit of NWA, their first album basically, and I think they did a good job casting this film, especially with Ice Cube paid by his son. The music was good. It kind of loses steam at the end, but it's fine. Strangers on a Train, a classic Hitchcock that I realized was not in the box set, so then I had to get it because I love this film. This film is so clever, so well written. A really thrilling Hitchcock film, and I actually just rewatched it the other day as well. This was a new pickup for me. Sucker Punch. I was really hyped for this film because I love Watchmen, and I think Zack Snyder did a great job with it. So when he was following up with Sucker Punch, I'm like, oh, we're gonna get something great. But this was more style over substance, like Pretty Girls doing something with no plot really. If this is like a plotless film, but the soundtrack is good, the action is good, it looks nice, and that's why I have it. Not something I'm eager to rewatch. Suicide Squad. Steelbook is pretty good. Film sucks. Like, I hate this film. Still to this day, I don't like this film. I've seen it like 2-3 times maybe, trying to change my opinion, but this is like the worst DCEU film. I thought it was terrible. It looks dark, everything wrong with it. When I got the steelbook, I wanted to like return it. Actually, I was like, let me find a way to return it and say the disc was broken or whatever, but you know, I kept it because now I have all the DCEU films, so why not? Wonderful classic film, Sunset Boulevard. Gloria Swanson is amazing in this film. Very classic Hollywood cinema and revolutionary for its time. It's a great film. One of my favorite space science fiction films was by Danny Boyle. Sunshine is amazing. The soundtrack of this film is amazing. The themes and acting and the dilemmas in this film are amazing. Sunshine and Moon for me are both like 10 out of 10 space movies. Love it. It gets weird towards the end, but I'm fine with it. I rewatched this the other day and it was still so hilarious. Superbad is so funny. It works extremely well. Jonah Hill and Michael Cera work so well together, and then there's Seth Rogen as the cop and Bill Hader. Really good film, really funny film, launching pad for a bunch of careers because like Emma Stone's in this as well. Now she's big. The new Suspiria by the director of Call Me by Your Name. Really good film. It's a different take. It feels like such a completely different film from that Suspiria, and that's what I like. Like the remake is like a completely different work, and it's glorious in its own way. And I think Dakota Johnson's great in it, and the cast is great in it. This is a really good film. I don't know what this little stain here. Oh, it's going away. All right, that's a good film. Very like what the fuck near the ending and all that. Nice score though. Sweeney Todd, Demon Barber of Fleet Street, pretty good musical film with Tim Burton's and another one of his 1,000 collaborations with Johnny Depp, but it's a good film. One of my most surprising films and one of the best films that I've seen in like recent times is Swiss Army Man. This is like such a bizarre film about like a farting corpse, literally, like that's, and they're like Bond trying to get out of the forest. It's amazing, this film. This film packs so much emotional weight and has a fantastic score as well. Such a good film, such a good performance. If you've not watched this film, you need to watch it because it's so bizarre but amazing. A really good 80s throwback type film, Take Me Home Tonight. I really like this film. I like the soundtrack, the vibe. It's really watchable and pretty funny as well. A definite, this was like an early entry into my collection and I love it. I recently got this. The Talented Mr. Ripley is a great film. What a cast, like in their youth, all of that, and Philip Seymour Hoffman. Matt Damon's great in it. Twisted little story, and then very engaging one. That's a good one. Time for my Taylor Swift Blu-ray. So this is Taylor Swift's Journey to Fearless, which is more part concert film, part like back behind the scenes, part like showing her life. Pretty good. I'm never gonna complain about anything from Taylor Swift because I'm a huge fan, obviously, as like you see the CDs and stuff. That's a good one. This is even better. It's the Speak Now World Tour CD and Blu-ray. I've got the CDs myself anyways, and the Blu-ray has all the performances, like the entire concert. I went to see her in concert during this tour and I loved it, and I was very grateful that this came out on Blu-ray. Now I know Netflix has like Reputation and I think the 1989 World Tour on there as well. I wish there was a way to release those on Blu-ray because I'll get them like right away, even if it's like a bootleg. I don't care. Taxi Driver, wonderful looking steelbook and a wonderful Martin Scorsese film, up there. It might be my favorite Martin Scorsese film, actually. Probably is. Yeah, but this is an amazing film. Robert De Niro is fantastic in this film. Like, if you have not seen it, like, you're doing yourself a disservice. This is an amazing film. One that maybe not a lot of people have heard about, Teen Spirit, but with Elle Fanning. It's like a musical, and she's like on I think like a Swedish pop show, trying to become famous. But it's a pretty good film. I like this film. Of course, I love Elle Fanning, so. The Ten Commandments, a classic Cecil B. DeMille film with Charlton Heston. Really great film. It's super long, but I like these types of old history-based films like Cleopatra and such. Ten Commandments is really good. It will be like a pain to kind of rewatch, but I do want to rewatch it. It is so long though. Oh god. Let me see if these are in order. Okay. So I showed you the Terminator collection up there. So these are some of the steelbooks I have. I double dipped and got Judgment Day on steelbook because I like the steelbook with the fiery Terminator. This is, for a long time, this was my favorite film of all time, and it's up there. It's like top 5. Best action film I've ever seen. Love this film. Classic. I've seen this double digit times, at least like 20 times. This is such a good film. And a nice steelbook. And then I have Genesis on steelbook, which was an awful film. Like I think this film was just so bad. The steelbook is nice, and you know, being a completionist, I'm completing the Terminators. I thought Dark Fate was alright. It was pretty good, pretty enjoyable action film, even though the beginning kind of, without spoilers, like kind of messes around with the timeline and stuff. But I thought it was a fun film, and it was nice to see Linda Hamilton come back. Texas Chainsaw Massacre on steelbook. This is the original one. Really great horror film, a really great slasher film. The series doesn't hold up for me like the following ones. I don't like as much, but this one I have to have. And this steelbook came out recently, probably like 2 years ago, and it was a must-have. And last for this shelf is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake with Jessica Biel, which I thought was almost equally as good. This is still a very great, effective film as well. We have one more shelf here and then a box of Blu-rays from my recent Unwatched, and we're going to do that next. Thank you.